Hi, I'm back. It's been a little while. It was about a week, and so it's really daunting to try to make a video every day, so I apologize for that. I thought I'd do one every day. I'm going to try to keep that up or close to it, but I also toddled off. Early on, I told you guys about first days. So every day is a first day. And in a year, we have 365 first days, which is kind of cool when you think about it. So if you don't do something consistently that you plan to do consistently, it's okay, you've got the next day. What happens, I just heard something on the radio the other day, the average diet, and I want to say eating plan, because we're talking about a lifelong healthy change that doesn't happen instantly. So people jump into a diet, they go find a diet, we've all done 100 of them or more, and they said the average diet lasts 72 hours. 72 hours, 3 days, and then what happens is we all have a long list of diets that didn't work. The didn't work part is we take on some kind of a weird guilt when we stop doing something, and then rats, I couldn't stick to that, or something came in, I didn't get back to it, and so it didn't work. So remember, get back on the horse, get back on the horse, get back on the horse, because every single day it's a new day for every choice we make in life. And every time you eat, I think the biggest positive change we can make is eating needs to be conscious decision making. And it's exhausting sometimes. If I go in the grocery store, I try not to go hungry, and 9 or 10 o'clock at night, I would tear the house apart looking for cookies. Luckily, when I'm in the grocery store, I'm making conscious decisions, so the cookies most often don't make it home. I say most often because that's part of what we do. We make choices, and when I buy cookies, I have certain rules. No hydrogenated oils, the right kind of sugar, cane only, not beet, because beet is mostly GMO. We've talked a little bit about GMOs. So I have a list of rules of things that I will buy in the grocery store. The things that kind of make it into your mouth when you're out and about, that's a little harder. The reason I haven't done a video for a whole week, and I'm sorry I keep looking over, I've got this cute little finch in my trees in the yard. The reason I haven't been back for a while is I kind of got off track with doing a, quote, structured plan when I went to Super Bowl. I did take my things with me. I took a blueberry chocolate smoothie with my Ocean Avenue whey in it, which was fabulous because I didn't eat any of the goodies and chocolates and cakes until the very end. I ate one cookie, which I thought was really great because there was a lot of great stuff out there. But when I saw the snack table, I went, woohoo, and just started going for it. And my beautiful friend Mindy made an incredible ratatouille, and she said, that's for my vegetarian friends. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. It was the best ratatouille I've ever had. Really, really, really good. She sent home leftovers with me, so for 2 days I ate that. 99% vegetables, but there was some butter and some breadcrumbs in it, and that's okay too. I figured out how much butter was in the recipe and how many servings. Wasn't that bad, but it wasn't on my extreme structured program. So that's where we can get into big trouble. Being extreme sets us up for the feeling of failure. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change tack a little bit and say, let's change habits as we can, but make a few non-negotiables. If you can say, I'm going to commit to as much of my food choices as possible being non-GMO. For me personally, no L-cysteine. I'm really not into eating human hair, so that's been great for me. I don't eat pizza out. I don't eat bread in restaurants. It's in a lot of breads. Google it up. I'm not going to go into the whole deep thing because my friends go, you're going to tell us what's in there, aren't you? I don't want to be Downer Debbie, but I got to tell you, if I'm munching on something and it's got something really gross in it, I appreciate if somebody tells me, not necessarily at the meal, but I want to know. And the amount of time I went eating breads and things with L-cysteine in it, finding out what it was later, to me that's a non-negotiable. You'll have your own non-negotiables. You'll have your own, My family will go, and eat it anyway. And I'm like, really? So, L-cysteine. human hair. Look it up. Non-negotiable for me. Maybe different for you, but conscious choices. Okay, we're already at 5 minutes. Dang, that goes fast. I told you the last time we talked I'd bring up a couple things. I've forgotten some of them. I will go back and look and get them to you. But one thing we talked about was hair color. If you look at my last video, you're going to see, remember the mirror thing? You're going to see a little chunk of gray right here. I have a problem with dark colored hair colors. The standard hair colors have been linked to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And if you look at Jackie Onassis, who kept her beautiful, very dark hair through her life and then died of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I don't know if that's where she got it. I'm just saying when they find a causal link to something, education, information, conscious decisions. I only buy natural hair color. I get this at my co-op, and I just didn't have time to go and get it for a long time, so my hair really grew out. But I try to only do it 2 or 3 times a year, even at that, because I'm still not 100% sure what's in here, but it is herbal base. Doesn't have some of the main things. It is from the Health Food Co-op. It's out of camera. So anyway, I was going to talk to you about hair color. Hair color, skincare, shampoo, body lotions, all of those. We'll talk about them more and more. They affect your health too because they affect your endocrine system, which runs your entire body. And so anyway, conscious decisions about what's on your skin as well as in. I told you I'd introduce you to friends, new friends on a regular basis. This is just a plain old little bottle. Coincidentally, it says USDA organic on top. I don't even know what I bought in it. But this is coconut oil, pure, and this is organic coconut oil. This is the only moisturizer I use on my face. Switched completely over. It's all I use, and I love it. And it's been great, and it's not greasy. And give it a try. I use it all over, and get away from a lot of the chemical-laden things for your skin. Now, interesting. I don't know if I have a critter that did something that was that noise. Here's the thing. Talking about Ocean Avenue again, and I know I bring it up, and I did tell you that this is about health, nutrition, weight loss, moving forward, making life changes, and about getting to know each other. Come with me, stay with me, and forgive me if you don't have an interest in Ocean Avenue, but it's where I am right now, and I'm really excited about it because I got away from it for a week. I didn't do much. I did a smoothie here or an Empower tablet there. But for almost a week I didn't do much, and remember I'd lost 3 pounds in the first day, and I hadn't been able to get anything to shift my metabolism. After a week of just toddling off, still making conscious choices, but toddling off from the structured plan, the 3 pounds was still off, and I went, a real metabolism shift. So yesterday I jumped back on board, drug my mom along. She doesn't have weight to lose, she has weight to gain. So I've got a person needing to gain weight, a person needing to lose weight, both using the product. And there are several things I found out about it. I can't wait to meet and talk to Franco Cavallari, who is the developer, because there are, and I'm going to put my reading glasses on. More age things, oh well. I'm going to put my reading glasses on because here we go. I wanted you to see this whey protein concentrate, which is cold, cross-flow, unfiltered, and advanced dual microfiltered. Cold cross-flow, okay? It is not denatured, by the way. Then there's pea protein, L-glycine, inulin, gum fiber, casein, flaxseed concentrate, milled organic apple fiber, organic soy lecithin. Anyway, goes on a few things. Stevia leaf, we talked about that already. Not a changed up, patented, not real healthy stevia. It's the real thing. But the reason that I did talk about that is because I'm going to talk to some people about in the formulation department of the company about this cold method for the whey. Also, this whey is from grass-fed cows. Very important for me. Okay, so anyway, I just want to talk to you about it because it's recipe time. I decided if you're going to have a shake a day for a meal replacement or 2 shakes a day, I already talked about turning it into treats. Easy to do. I'm sorry, I've got a piece of hair that's tickling me. Easy to do with raw cacao powder, stevia drops, vanilla, ice, frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries, frozen bananas, whatever you want to do to make it into a pudding, a milkshake, and ice cream. Yum, right? Great. But what if you want something savory? What if that's what you're really craving and you're replacing a lunch? So today, my mom and I started our day with 2 cups of spinach raw, a cup of other mixed salad greens raw, all organic, a cup of organic pico de gallo, a half of an avocado, uh, about 2/3 of a teaspoon of ancho chili powder. I have different kinds of chili, single chili powders. It's really good. A big old clump of fresh cilantro, and then the 2 scoops, because we split it, of the Way Smart, 2 cups of water, a dash of pink Himalayan sea salt for the herb content, or the mineral content, and I think that was about it. Hit the blender and gave it to Mom and said, this is a savory. For the most part, it was delicious. The vanilla flavor really came through, and the stevia was a little sweeter than I would have liked. So I will be talking to people at the company saying, hey, you're a product formulator. I'm a recipe formulator. Can we talk about getting a non-vanilla, non-sweetened version? So stay tuned. Now, that being said, the vanilla flavor was a little too weird with that, but it really was good, and it really was satisfying on many levels. We need a little help with it. What's really cool is my next attempt is going to be a curry. Now, curry, this sweet, you can kind of work with it a little more, and the pinch of ginger and the couple drops of toasted sesame oil I'm going to use to get that kind of a smoky peanut flavor without a lot of calories. That is going to work with the sweetness, and maybe the ginger override the vanilla a little. But again, this is a brand new company. These are people that hear us and listen. So I think that if I put a bug in the ear and say, you got some people out there who want some savory meal replacement drinks, rock. Now, why am I putting a lot of stuff in it? Well, sometimes I don't. Sometimes just a couple frozen berries. Sometimes just, yesterday it was blueberries. There was a little more in there. Blueberries, raw cacao, and Swiss chard. I switch up my greens as much as I can. Greens are so important, so healthy, so alkalinizing and mineralizing for our bodies, and protein, that we need to get them in any way we can. So put some greens in every time you eat these if you can. If not, shake it up in some water. If you have to have it in your purse pocket, great. But in the meantime, let's talk to the formulators and see if we can get one that we can make savory things with. And I'll give you the recipe tomorrow for my curried one. I'm going to try then. Also, if we get the unflavored, because the vanilla is really not going to work with this one, how about pizza? That would be really fun too. So again, savory, sweet, change it up, mix it up, but what you're doing is adding lots of value, food value, without adding lots of calories. And remember, 1 scoop of this, if you do choose to use this, if you don't, you can use my recipes with other things. You can use my recipes with, add a little more avocado, add a couple nuts for the protein, and still do that great smoothie. But I got to tell you, this is doing something with my metabolism. I like it. I vetted them out. I like the quality of the product, so that's why I keep hammering on that. In the meantime, this is day 1 again. I'll see you tomorrow on day 1 again, and have a wonderful, wonderful day, and make conscious food choices and conscious body care choices, and let's do this together, like I said before. This is Sandra, OA Mermaid. OA means Ocean Avenue. Nice talking with you.